Hey, be a squid and subscribe to my mediocrity. It's no secret I'm not a huge fan of anime games. I've made videos in the past talking about just how ass most of these games are. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of anime, which really just hits me pretty hard whenever I get an anime game and it is just so bad that I hate it. Over the years, I've played just about every anime game that's dropped, ranging from God Eater 3 on the Nintendo Switch to Jump Force and oh god, Jump Force, I don't even want to remember that game. Biggest issue I have with a lot of these games is typically they are beyond mediocre and cater to a fan base and also drive a famous series into the ground via a game released for nostalgia reasons. It's not all bad. There are the good ones like Dragon Ball FighterZ that bridge the gap between fighting game enthusiasts and the guy who has no idea what the hell a down heavy is. You also have something like Gundam X Machina, which is its own thing in original story to a certain degree, sort of replicating a Gundam scenario, but I would say it's one of the better anime games out there that scratches that itch for mech-based combat and a somewhat okay-ish story. I kind of tuned out with it, but nonetheless, the gameplay is still pretty fucking good. So in terms of are there good anime games? Absolutely, but there are the bad ones that annoy the shit out of me and I wish they would burn in a fire. Let's upset some people by starting with this fucking masterpiece of garbage, Sword Art Online Fatal Blitz. This is possibly one of the worst things in existence and I would rate this a Hitler out of 10. This game starts out by literally making you read like 10 minutes of dialogue. It is a fucking info dump of retarded bullshit that if you watch the anime, you already know who every single one of these hoes are. You know who these people are and you don't give a fuck. And if you're a new guy that has never watched anime or doesn't give a shit about anime, you're not gonna care about any of this anyway. So why did you do this? Why? God, I got so mad. I went off this fucking 30-minute script that I fucking wrote out. Holy shit. Outside of this sorry excuse for a game story, the gameplay is about as good as activating a Soldier 76 ultimate through the whole ass game. It's literally auto lock. There is no skill to it whatsoever. If you can't do anything in this game, or if you suck at this game, I don't even, how do you play with a control? How do you do anything? I could literally close my eyes, plop my nipples on the controller, and kill everything. That's how easy this game is. It does nothing in terms of depth. There is nothing there. Now we get to the game that just breaks my heart, and we're talking about Sword Art Online Alization Licorice. That's what I'm calling it because fuck you. This is a game that the combat is at least better than Fatal Bullets, but it suffers from horrifyingly bad FPS drops, shitty world design. Oh, and did I forget to mention the whole you gotta read a million fucking boxes of dialogue because that's what we love to do in anime is read. I'm getting so sad, right? I'm getting actual diabetes. My arthritis is acting up. Oh my god. I can at least give credit that it's trying to be on par with the show, but like they cut some heavy shit that should have helped tie some stuff together, but in the end, though, I just want to play a game, man. I just want to play a good anime game that gets me invested. If I wanted to give a shit about dialogue, if I wanted to give a shit about a story, I would just go and actually watch anime. Why is this the thing? I even did a video on Sword Art Online Alization, and I literally spent more time talking to people and walking places than I did fighting. Out of I think a 25-minute video, I don't know if it was 25 or 20 minutes, I don't remember, but the recording was an hour, and in that hour-long gameplay session, I fought, I think, 3 things. That is ridiculous. This is where anime games actually start to struggle the most. They try to deliver an anime story without the anime finesse that ties a story together. This includes actual animated cutscenes, proper voice acting, detailed story writing if it's an original game with proper, I guess, gameplay on top of that. So if it's like Gundam X Machina, for example, that one doesn't have the greatest story, but the gameplay is pretty fucking good. But at the same time, the writing I won't say is completely awful. Now let's give an example. Here we go. I will now present to you the worst thing I have ever seen. United! Stay I'm going to try and showcase what the real scene looks like for just a comparison reason, but if it gets copyright claimed or whatever, I'll have to cut it, and I'll put a link in the description, and you guys can check it out for yourself if you want a reference. But this is an absolute butcher of the actual scene, and it is disgusting. Where the fuck is that beautiful symphonic score that ties the emotions and power of this scene? Where is the amazing sound design that describes what All Might is even doing? Where the fuck is anything? I just can't with anime games. If you're gonna play off nostalgia, you have to match that same level of emotions put into me when it came to that scene in order to give off that feeling. This is why I hate most of these one-to-one recreations for games based on an actual anime. You have stuff like Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm series that does a decent job. I would even say does a probably the best job at recreating events from an actual show. But then you have shit like this where like, oh god, oh my, what happened? Then you got this fucking abomination of a game that just says, fuck it, let's just make a game with everybody in it. The original story's trash, the gameplay is alright, a good fighting game? No, fuck no, not even close. This game is just a mess that could have actually been good, but I will say to its credit, the gameplay is fun enough that I have logged more hours than I would like to admit within Jump Force, doing a bunch of combos. And the issue with these combos, right, they're fun to do. You can sit there in the lab stringing combos all day, and it's actually really satisfying and fun to string combos with all these characters. And this is from a person that literally sat in the lab and did videos on pro combos and what you can do to make stuff look flashy. But the issue is the game doesn't allow you to do that. All those combos that you spent hours stringing together don't even work because the game has a get out of jail free system that allows you to break combos. So you have to find short combos that do okay damage, or else you're wasting your time. It makes for a pretty shitty fighting game on a technical level, and there's no sense of any kind of competitiveness to it because it's brain dead easy, and most people just zone and abuse broken ass characters. They threw the balance book out the window with this one. I believe one day anime games will hit right majority of the time, and we'll get good games like Pirate Warriors 4, Dragon Ball FighterZ, Gundam X Machina, etc. But for now, we're just sort of stuck in this eternal hell where almost 80% of anime games are just being made as a fan service to push numbers and not really satisfy us as actual people who want a good game. Okay, I think this video has gone on long enough. My head hurts. I need the good tequila. I'm out of here, boys. I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.